that instant struck. What was that? It seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply. You look down. Are you okay? Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. Wahahaha! Alright. And another thing, you don't have to call Shichan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shichan. Thank God. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. I swear to God, I'm gonna, like, lose my voice to this, and it's gonna suck ass, since that's kinda needed for gameplay. Oh well, I'll get a little break. Yep, Shizune is fine. Heh, okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier, especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess. Huh? Alright, we didn't even touch the assignment. We should start work now, or Shichan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. Wahahaha! That too. Honestly, I think more emphasis should go into her laugh, but I'm not doing that. Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Just like my dick. I mean, what? Still, we finish a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different, though. The class rep is calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. The clock tower bell rings, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. There should have been an exclamation mark there, because lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Matao, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything, the school cafeteria seems too spacious and honestly oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open the courtyards towards the main gate. We don't need to be overpowered by voices either. It's big when you open to the courtyard towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria! See, she's excited. Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There's a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table sitting opposite of her. Which is probably smart, because sign language, like, he wouldn't be able to see that as well, sitting next to her. Why does Misha look pissed? Maybe not pissed, but a little upset. As I nibble indifferently on the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me at the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. I don't understand signs, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at the person who talks, she was proper and polite? Well, duh. She kinda looked angry, too. Do you want to know something? What? About anything. We're your guides, so you can ask if there's something whom I wonder. You know... This will take us to the library, but it's where Nako is. We don't, you know... Oh yeah, is there a library at the school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy habit, but then picks up her smile again. There is. It is in. It should on, not in. It's in the second floor. So you have to physically mold into the floor to get it. To it. We can show it to you sometime. Thanks. I return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha sighed back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrained from translating. Maybe they were talking about secret girl stuff or something. Ellipsis. I quickly noticed the conversation and sign is not enough to fill a silence. Really? We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. And there's Hanako, that dark-haired girl. See, scarred, but I don't care. I noticed before slumped over her desk at the last row. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all away from her, as if she were slowly turning into a stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either didn't notice or don't mind, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and finally the teacher. Getting into rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. This is what I always do. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Kinda how I felt too after I was done with my first day back for the second semester. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me like this. Well, for me, it was time off. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Kind of. Before long... Oh, I got a new background for my channel. And I'm getting thumbnail. Well, I have thumbnails already. So, I have a nice one for this. It just pretty much shows all the girls in the game. Yeah, pretty nice. And I have one for Walking Dead. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hichan. We forgot to hurry already since there's a lot of work for us to do. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Wait, the teacher said I'd have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. That's a weird painting. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell. And outside, with the girls pointing out other senior class students in the same hallway as us. When we get outside, the girls make their way to a smaller building right next to the school. It's the same style, so it looks exactly like it's actually a part of the main building, and some water. Oh, this is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' office. They even have a swimming pool, which would be awesome. How is that official? Don't be silly, Hichan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. See, I like it here, even if, because, why he feels so alienated from them is, for the most part, they're physically deformed. Well, not deformed. There's something, handicapped. There we go. And he's not. It doesn't show. It's his heart, which, if they're seeing your heart, then there's something wrong. But head nurse is on the first floor. I don't know if I read that. I think you'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. See, what I like about this game is, well, not a lot of gameplay, not a lot of room for error. Yes, it's a lot of talking, it's reading, it's mainly just that. Not really much of a walkthrough, it's more you're watching a series. But there's some choices in here, so as you've seen. Yeah, thanks, bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education. I guess it's necessary for a place like this. Walk in, hoping this really will be a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door and left the green cross, the text, head nurse, and a nameplate. A voice from inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large, and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils. There are at least a dozen cuppy cough rings lingering on the desk. Hello there. What can I do for you today? He looks like a Pokemon professor, like Pokemon XY. This guy's the professor. He's young-looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in the cheeks wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard that very same question hundreds of times. Why, yes, I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name or just the nurse like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is... I stuttered. I just gained a stutter. Son of a bitch. Hisao Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation, and he snaps his finger. I'm horrible at it, but I can do it, so I don't care. Oh, you're that Nakai. Because there's so many around. I just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in the front of his desk. Yes. Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. His joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, just that it's weird to have so many medical people at a school. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me just find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of paper around, I let my gaze wander around the room. Sneezing, the bane of all commentators. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Bridge walls and beige, not bridge. Oh boy. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on the wall, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day, and from all the food groups. Which I don't think anyone really follows that too well. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens them. So, you already have medication for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins at his own joke, but I don't. Oh, open an eye. Looks like he's about to, if there was a hot nurse, female nurse that came in, he is checking her out and about to sex her up. But, well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to recommend you refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of a burning passion for sport. Just have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart and risk another attack is not a good idea. Previous one caused by some concussion to the chest area? There is no mention of the cause in your paper. No, a girl asked me out. Not exactly. I sidestepped the question successfully, and he glances me over his papers. At me over his papers, with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available As I said, I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Sorry, I had to move my mic again. Brisk walks, or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming, maybe? There's a pool here, so I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. Just need to take care not to overexert yourself. I'm just trying to figure out my mic's in good position. I don't want to turn it down more, but again, can't have it overpower me. So I love the music. I might go download it because it's free, I think. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk. Obviously content. Good. That's it, then. Come meet me if you ever need anything. I'm ushered out before I even realize it. A quick visit indeed. I end up standing in front of the main building, an auxiliary building. Although to my eyes, they still look one and the same. Now I feel it's too low. Son of a bitch. No, I was just building up. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the building, going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they are going. But I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? Ellipsis. I should go somewhere to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. There was a garden of sorts between the school and the dorm, shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel, because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick, just like the others. It feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward, going inside. We're about to meet crazy. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for the elevators at the end of the hallway. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside